Hi, this is my presentation on John C. Borrero by Elizabeth Kent for the EDSE class 619 at George Mason. Over here, you see John C. Borrero's picture. This picture was taken off of the UMD website on the staff directory. Dr. Borrero is alive and working as an associate psychology professor at UMBC. He obtained his master's and PhD at University of Florida in behavior analysis. Honors he has received have included the B.F. Skinner New Researcher Award in 2008 and the Henry Wellcome Fellowship for 2 years in between 2007 and 2009. Currently, he is active on many boards and has authored and co-authored over 60 journal articles and studies. For example, he was the former president of the Maryland Association for Behavior Analysis. During his years at UMD, he has mentored many graduate students and doctoral students in both ABA and developmental psychology. Of note, he recently just received an award for successfully merging and combining basic and applied research. This is the Maryland Association of Behavior Analysis chapter in Maryland's chapter, of which he is a part of. This is a picture of John C. Borrero at UMBC's graduation with one of his mentored students. This is Dr. Borrero and students and faculty at a convention. Some dates of active researching and teaching. In 1997, he received his bachelor's in psychology from Louisiana State University. In 2001, he received his master's in behavior analysis in University of Florida. He received his PhD in behavior analysis from University of Florida in 2004. He has been in the field of behavior analysis since 2001. All of this information is from John C. Borrero's resume. This is my interview with Dr. Borrero. Thank you so much for speaking with me today. I see you have accomplished so much in the ABA field. It's an honor to interview you. I work with a child who has some problems with food textures and eating. What do you recommend that I do to increase my child's food intake? As someone who is new in the ABA field, what is one suggestion that you have for them moving forward from graduate school? Do you prefer to work with children with food preferences and sensitivity, or adults and adolescents with critical developmental disabilities. What made you decide to move up from Florida and reside and work in Maryland? I have a cousin with schizophrenia. He has exhibited problem behavior amongst his caregiver in his home. Do you have any recommendations or studies that we may be able to get him involved in? Borrero has contributed so much to this field. He has combined two forms, research applied and basic, and merged the two together successfully. He works with a variety of populations, infant development, children with food preferences and sensitivities, and children and adolescents and adults with critical developmental behaviors. He is also a professor at the University of Maryland, Baltimore campus, and currently teaches doctoral and master students to be successful in this field. He believes in intervention. He also believes in making sure that there is appropriate programming in the learning environment in a child's development. All of this was, again, found under his resume. These are reasons why Borrero is so important to the field of behavior analysis. But why I chose John Borrero? Every journal article that I read has interested me, specifically the one about children and sensitivity preferences to foods. This has interested me because I have worked with occupational therapists and I have found their therapies for children with food sensitivities to be very, very successful. There is a huge tie between food textures, preferences, and sensitivities and autism. I also respect his work and studies that were conducted on adults, children, and adolescents with developmental disabilities and how they interact with their educators and their caregivers. This is my reference page of all the journal articles that I have used for both my presentation and my paper. Thank you for listening.